Huns, but they're not as effective at it as
Yeah.
certain other factions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you've got to find the kind of style of play that works. Then.
Definitely,
It's just
definitely.
hit and run, dealing damage over time. Like, it's a longer battle when you're playing as the Huns, because
Yeah,
you're sort of
this is
dealing little bits of damage over time.
Would you say they're the hardest faction to play as, then?
I don't know if they're the hardest players. Certainly to use them really well.
Right.
Like, they're very difficult, especially on the kind of battle side of things. We'll see the campaign in a bit, but from battle side, it's not that difficult. It's just a different mindset. I think it's because it's different. It's harder to actually kind of get your head around. But I think I've seen good Hun players absolutely destroy kind of like what you would think are powerful armies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My first time, so I'll use that as my excuse on that one. Oh, no.
Valiant
well played.
defeat. Well done.
Valiant. Yeah. Well, there you go. That was my first taste of Hunnic gameplay. Look at the difference there. They had, what, nearly 500 more men. They lost more than me, but...
But a positive first impression, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
their strength prevailed in the end.
You've got an army of cavalry. Of course you're outnumbered.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, God.
do you want to do another one, or should we...
I think we'll move on to the campaign now.
Should we do
So
the
I'll let you
campaign?
actually have a look at Hun's starting position.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Hun campaign. This is the one we've got the most requests for to see. So let's check it out.
So have a look at their cultural and faction traits as well. I think they're really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I had a quick look at these before, and these look really good actually. So any morale. So minus 10 when fighting Christian factions.
And that's all Christians. That's Arian Christian, Latin Christian, Greek Christian.
Yeah.
So all of them, the whole shebang.
So obviously when we sort of hit the Eastern Roman Empire pretty quickly, that's going to be a fantastic trait to have pretty early on. So yeah, and then we've got the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So we've got 25 growth from raising settlements on conquest. So that's pretty good. That will straight away help with, obviously growing our horde, basically, in terms of that. We've got integrity as well, which is obviously a big factor now in Attila. The integrity of our army. So if we can try and keep fighting on and keep going on, obviously with the Huns, it's going to be like that. You get more and more integrity from doing so, and that will obviously help our army morale in effect, won't it?
And remember that as you have no cities, your army morale is almost your own public order as well.
Yeah,
so
it's massive.
It's really vital.
Definitely. And then obviously we've got famine as well. So 20 food consumption in provinces where the horde is present. So massive again. Because we're on the go all the time, we need that food to be up all the time. And then death stops farming replenishment in provinces where the horde is present. So yeah, okay, quite interesting. So we've got quite a lot there that the Huns actually offer to us as a gameplay, and that's what I love about this game. Every faction offers a different style to the campaign. You know, you've got every trade making a massive difference to the campaign. So I think it's really big and fantastic. So yeah, let's go on to it. What are we going to do difficulty-wise with this one,
Yeah,
guys?
I was going to say, like, do we really want to go in hard here? Like, is that a good idea?
Well, I mean,
You still made a historical battle.
I mean, you lost a historical battle, which we may or not have thought was, easy.
So you set him up. Set him up.
Maybe just for the viewers at home, you should play on easy. I mean,
Oh my
I don't want
God.
to challenge you too much.
What you say? Promising Total War players.
Okay. I mean, we could even ask chat, but I think go on, put it easy or normal, and see how you go.
Have a look at the victory objectives. We've got survive to the following dates, bring 425, raise or sack 25 different settlements. What a great objective to have. That is, you've got to actually just burn and pillage
everything. Yeah.
For 25 settlements, right? Okay. Research 10 technologies, defeat 5 different factions by raising or capturing the remaining settlement, and the following income. Wow. Okay.
So everyone on Twitch is like legendary.
Oh my God. Wow.
Good luck.
This is pretty good though. I like the fact that you can obviously choose your different styles of victories. You can go beyond just a minor victory. You can go further and further and push your campaign as far as a divine triumph. So that's pretty good how you can get different varies of levels of objectives basically.
Yeah,
so
and we've ranked up the difficulty of them as well. So kind of you can achieve your early victory conditions quite quickly, but actually to achieve the later one's going to be much more difficult.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's okay. That's the case across all the factions as well. So it's pretty good.
Yes.
Different types of objectives for each faction. So let's start it.
Bam.
Let's see what we can achieve or not, if it's me. But yeah, we'll give it a good go. Give it a good go today.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. The Huns gloried in the stench of death. They took what they needed and left their enemies to rot. The Huns were free. They rode and fought and lived. Fear built Roman walls. They were right to be afraid. And behold, a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Those with gold offered it by the wagon. The Huns took it and allowed them to live in fear, at least until they returned. Riders of the Four Winds prayed to him of the eternal sky. They made ready for war.
All right. All right.
Nice.
Steps, yours is a life of constant movement and conflict. Your
So
arrival
lots
has
of kind
driven
of
many
setting
from
the
their
scene there for us,
homelands
so
in
it's kind of
fear.
like
Yeah.
the seals of the
The
apocalypse.
gods have fled
Yeah, like the
southward.
first two opening here, and
Give
there's lots of little
chase.
bits of kind of the Tengriest religion as well. So the birch tree with the ribbons on it and stuff like that is really nice.
Well, everyone said nice intro,
Yeah.
so good work.
Western Roman Empire, weaker than its eastern
A solid start. A
Yeah,
solid start.
solid start to the game.
Southeast lies the wealthy Sassanid Empire, ripe for plundering.
Absolutely.
Before you take on the supposed masters of the civilized world, you will do well to strengthen your position by subjugating the northern tribes. The world will dance to your tune, or it will burn.
Nice.
All right.
Right, okay. So, hang on. Go back onto that. I clicked on that. I shouldn't have done. Hang on. So, go back onto here. So, we've got... So, I've had the following date for 100... These are sort of our first chapter objectives. Okay, our bonus objectives. Cool. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we've got to survive until 400 AD. We'll get 2,000 gold reward for doing so.
Easy, right?
No. No, it should be. It should be.
Right,
We should be okay. We should be okay. So we've got 2 hordes, basically, if I'm correct. Yeah.
3
Oh,
horse.
3. We've got oh, God, yes, we've got one up here as well.
Yeah, there is.
Nice. Now, you were saying before, Simon, it's really important to try and keep together with this. Don't spread too thin.
So yeah, so because you've got no settlements to hide behind, you're really vulnerable. And
Yeah.
you know, in order to keep yourself strong, you're going to group together as much as possible. However,
Absolutely.
you're also going to suffer penalties for being grouped.
Yeah.
So the hordes have kind of infight when they get near each other, right? These are all people of different cultures. So as soon as they're near each other, they're going to start kind of fighting over food and stuff if they're in the same province. So you've got to be a bit careful with keeping them kind of too near each other for too long.
Sure, definitely. Like I say, let's have a quick look at our diplomatic relations, see who we're at war with, what's his stance here. So we've got the... Is it Nobatias here? Okay, they're too far
I was going to say,
away.
yeah, like no one must like you right now.
No, I haven't got too many friends, I don't think. We've got a few, actually, over here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce them.
What we need? Oh, yeah. Grethungians?
Magyars.
Grethungians?
Magyars. Okay, so they're
Grethungi.
okay.
What was it?
Grethungians.
Grethungians. I wasn't
right.
too far off. All right.
Grethungians. Okay, so they're neutral with that, not too bad. So we've got a few friends, not too many though.
So you have got the Gepids as one of your kind of client states as well.
Yes.
Kind of already taken them over.
Okay, so they're not too far away from the Eastern Roman Empire borders here. What about the Ostrogoths? They're they're not friendly towards me. They're obviously, in fact, they're at war with me, so they're going to have to be dealt with soon. The Allens. Okay. So, yeah, there's a few around us which we're going to have to be very careful of to start with. Let's see how we go. Right.
Do it.
Okie. So these guys. So what I'm going to look first is the research, see what we can do here. So we've got Warriors Camp, which will enable that building off if we research here. So it gives us research rate of 110% and enables the building of warrior camps. And we've got this of the Permanent Migration Society. So both of them will give us unlocking of new buildings. So I'm thinking possibly with there being a migrating faction, I think these will probably be more essential at the moment to try and help with the food, the income, the upkeep of our army. So I'm going to go for the civic research to start with. See how that one plays out. And let's have a look here. Because it's very much apparent, isn't it, Simon, on this sort of game now, it's the agriculture. It's very important. The fertility of the land is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, the whole kind of climate change all really ties into this, right? Your food is important. It's for army replenishment. It's for kind of like the growth of your cities. It's kind of a really core concept, and we're actually using the climate change mechanics to play with this, but especially as a horde as well. Like, the hordes are using other people's food resources to fund themselves, basically, and improve their growth and their unit replenishment. Yeah,
it's huge, and especially with you being a horde faction, you've really got to, choose carefully where you go, where you migrate. It's massive, isn't it? For this?
Yeah, you've got to be careful whose lands you walk into, because they're not going to like you for it.
So just try and pick out what I'm going to try and do here, where I'm going to go first. So maybe we go here and move down, because I don't want to get too many enemies too soon. But this is the thing, you see. I want to try and choose my enemies wisely. Okay, so that's fine.
If you bring up your campaign map and you click on fertility, you'll be able to find good areas to go for.
Yeah.
And you can see there, like going into Greece and so on, there's just lots of green areas.
Lovely, luscious
and that's
green.
where you want to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
most definitely.
Right, okay, so we'll
definitely
go
the wrong button there.
Yeah. So we're going to go, as you say, so we'll go sort of west over here, then move into this other area. We've got, these guys. Right, okay, start to look at what we can do then. So we'll move over here. So we can do.
So guys, I just need to quickly change around a battery thing, which will mean we will lose the signal for about 10 seconds. So let's do that right now.
Okay.
Bring the camera back to you for a second.
Okay. So, for those at home who didn't hear that, we're gonna just there's a minor technical issue right now. You might lose the picture for about 10 seconds, and then it will come back on. But you won't lose us. You'll have our lovely faces, which is kind of strange because you're going to hear us talking about Total War and not see Total War. And also you've lost it now, so you can't even play the game. I'm sad, Cam. I'm sad for you.
I'm just recruiting them.
Questions. We do have questions on the Twitch chat, which we can take right now. Someone was asking, not Smurfs Total War. Well, that's an interesting suggestion to make. Let me see. Where was it? Are there real cities now, or are we still limited to 3 or 6 buildings? I'm not quite sure about that one.
So we still have building slots. So we have a kind of major settlement and minor settlements around. So we have a province capital, which can have up to 6 buildings constructed in it. And then we have minors, which I think is around 4 buildings constructed.
Cool. Next question. Did Julian McKinley work on the AI for this game? I don't know whether that's something I should have asked or not asked. Frankly, I'm going to ask it. Did Julian McKinley work on the AI for this game? Ask crazy someone.
Yep, so Julian was part of the AI team that were working on Total War Attila's AI. Like, we've made lots of improvements and we've worked really hard to kind of make especially Siege AI much, much better in Attila.
Cool.
And a continued improvement.
I'm going to keep going. Twitch people, keep firing them through. The computer is going to come back on. I can start to hear it. It's happening.
It's firing up.